Turning to offensive formations, we begin with one of the most familiar of them all, the single wing. This formation can be operated from either a balanced or an unbalanced line. Here, an unbalanced line to the right is used, with 4 men to the right of center. They face a 6-man defensive line. The ball is snapped to Davis, and the guard and fullback lead the way through right tackle. With 2-on-1 blocking along most of the line, this is a difficult play for the defense to break up. Davis scores on this off-tackle maneuver, one of the strongest in football. The same off-tackle play is repeated in slow motion. Watch now as the ball comes back to Davis, number 4. The linemen do an effective job of blocking. They attend strictly to the task of crumbling the defensive line, with the exception of the short side men away from the play, who head down the field to take out the secondary. Keep your eye on Green, the All-America left guard. After making a solid block on his man, he finds time to head downfield for further interference. As for ball carrier Davis, he shows perfect running form. Never looking back or slowing down, Davis heads straight down the field for touchdown territory. Once more, quickly study the diagram, then watch the play. Though it's more difficult to get downfield blockers ahead of this trap play, it has the definite advantage of surprise. Note in slow motion how the play differs entirely from the off tackle, though designed to appear the same. The defensive left tackle is invited into the backfield when the guard blocks him out as the ball carrier cuts sharply inside. The trick succeeds, and Davis makes a good gain. The single wing offers good, quick passing possibilities with excellent protection for the passer. With this running pass, which is always apt to develop into an end run, it's comparatively easy to get receivers downfield. Now, as Davis begins his pass, note that the most dangerous defensive players are well taken care of. The wingback is cut sharply to the outside, and the number 2 back is heading into the clear. Tucker gets the pass, and only a desperate tackle by the defense prevents a touchdown. The single wing is well suited for deception, and few plays offer a better chance at football trickery than this spin. The hole through the center of the line is made by the left offensive guard trapping the left defensive guard. Now, as we carry the play through in slow motion, note the excellent positions the blockers hold in relation to the close-up secondary. Remember that the success of this play depends upon the left guard's position and timing in making the trap. Blanchard drives hard with head up, preparing for open field running. Much of the faking is in the hands of the tailback, who continues to run wide as if he has the ball. From here on, Blanchard has one job, and now it's a matter of out-sprinting the rival team as goalposts loom ahead. Once again, the diagram shows one of the strongest plays in football, the off tackle from the single wing. This formation is designed for power, with the interference concentrated in front of the runner. It's best suited for quick short gains, but as here, touchdowns can also result. Since it was first made famous by Pop Warner and his Carlisle Indians, the single wing has been a formation to be reckoned with. These advantages tell the reason why. 1, it provides a chance for successful deception by the backs. 2, it offers good, fast passing possibilities. 3, it allows potent off-tackle and inside tackle smashes. 4, it furnishes heavy interference for the runner. 5, it makes possible long ground-gaining runs, like this one, for a touchdown. Keep in mind the potentialities of the single wing. The double wing, now diagrammed, is an adaptation of the single. Here, however, added power has been furnished to the shorter side of the line. In this formation, the tailback, number 4, moves up and becomes the short side wingback. Number 1 back remains in the same position. Number 2 and number 3 balance themselves in a more direct line behind the center. Note, as Tucker fakes a lateral, that the left guard, left end, and the number 4 back head downfield for blocking. Meanwhile, the right guard and the number 2 back form interference for Tucker, who is touchdown bound. As we repeat the left end run, notice the triple ball handling, which is typical of the double wing formation. Here it is number 2 to number 3 to number 1. In this double reverse, the defense is held for a split second by the faking in the backfield, and a split second is all that's needed. In that time, Tucker makes his way around the end. The double wing has 2 primary requirements: fast wingbacks and a good plunging fullback to prevent the defense from spreading. Because every man on this team has fulfilled his job, there's clear sailing ahead for the ball carrier, Tucker. The play coming up is a power buck by fullback Blanchard. His path lies through the center of the line, with the number 2 back, Sauer, running interference. Effective blocking by the center, right guard, and inside tackle help blast the hole. Now, with the action slowed down, keep your eye on that 2-on-1 blocking. Blanchard has just started to blast his way through the line. This play, however, hits so fast that already a pair of the backers up are being blocked, while the 2 wingbacks are heading downfield to take care of the deeper secondary. This is the kind of blocking that forms the foundation of a championship team. Blanchard moves behind a screen of blockers, each one of whom knows his assignment and how to carry that assignment out. And here's the result. Every man of the enemy's secondary has been skillfully neutralized, and the only possible tackler remaining is also being taken out of the play. In this case, the runner happens to be Blanchard, perhaps the most powerful ground gainer in intercollegiate football. Because it offers 4 good eligible receivers, the double wing is well suited for forward passing. Here, the diagram outlines a reverse pass. This play begins as a run to deceive the opposing team and to give the receivers time to travel downfield. An aerial attack cannot succeed unless the passer is protected. The protection of Davis is achieved by pulling the right guard out to the flank to block the end. The mechanics of the reverse pass are revealed in slow motion. Whether used by your team or by your opponent, the virtues of the double wing are worth remembering. 1, good line interference. 2, strength to both sides of the line. 3, good deception. And 4, excellent passing.
It's been raining all day, but for the Bulldogs, what is it? The sun is shining brightly, the field is dry, we're all set to go. No excuses today. The grass is growing tall on the field and the sun is shining. What are you laughing about? What are you kidding around? What are you walking around for? This is your first league game, and about 2/3 of you boys, your last first league game. How many boys will never play another first league game after today? Look at you. Let's get serious. And never underestimate an opponent. Never underestimate an opponent. I don't care what their record is. Do you know that if South loses 10 years in a row and they beat Westinghouse, they're a success. Westinghouse is the team to beat. Boys, pray. The captains, what are we praying for? No injuries. No injuries. All right, boys, our Father.
Lord our heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, power, and glory, forever. Amen.
Westinghouse High School has an enrollment of 1,300 students. It's located in Pittsburgh's Homewood-Brushton section, a curious blending of middle-class neatness and row house slums. The area is primarily Negro. The average income is low.
You're late. Sit right here. You're late. Get against the wall. Do you have an excuse? Okay. You're a smart aleck. I think you've been late before.
Pete Dimperio teaches health and hygiene at Westinghouse. He's been there 20 years. He has a master's degree in education and is 6 credits away from a Ph.D. He makes $8,900 a year and another $1,100 for coaching the football team.
All right, boys, we're starting our 1965 season. We're on our 16th game winning streak. The only thing that will keep our team going, the spirit that Westinghouse has had for many years. There are teams waiting to beat us, teams that haven't beaten us for 20 years. And every year they feel it's their year. But it's not going to be their year, it's our year.
Equipment is not the most modern. The team plays on a dirt field oiled to keep down the dust. But in his 20 years there, Westinghouse teams have lost only 5 City League games, 3 of them in one season. They've won 116. They've been City League champions 16 times.
For goodness sakes, put everything you have in every play. And as I said before, regardless how monotonous it is to run one play, 50 times, you say 50 times, yes. What happens when you repeat something often enough? What does it become? Perfection. The more you run a play, the more perfect it is. And if you have 5 perfect plays, you can win the championship.
Football is a game of skill, incentive, physical fitness, and teamwork. Pete puts a great deal of emphasis on conditioning. He says he likes his boys to be hard and hungry.
Put my hand up, stop immediately. Now the trunk bending. We got to get those trunks bending so we can lengthen those muscles. Come on.
Success is an intent. It is the ability to discipline one's mind and body to accomplish a goal. In football, strength, speed, stamina, and intelligence aren't enough unless they are coordinated and focused in one direction. Pete has the gift of being able to develop in his players the physical tools necessary to play winning football and the talent for coordinating and directing their energies on the field. Each year, just before the first game of the season, the Westinghouse football team spends an evening with the Dimperio family. On this night, the coach is a friend and a counselor. Mrs. Dimperio is a cook. But on the field for the opening City League game against South High, Pete is the autocrat, the ultimate authority.
Just 5 yards now, 5 yards.
Westinghouse football is a game of fundamentals, no fancy formations. Pete's basic offense is the single wing. It depends for its effectiveness on speed, precision timing, and savage blocking. The pass is used as a supplementary weapon only. The bread and butter plays are the end sweep, fullback spinner, and variations on the reverse. Countless repetitions on the practice field have made the execution automatic. The rigid conditioning program has prepared the team for 4 fast quarters of football, a few plays honed to perfection. The basic defense is even simpler: pursue and tackle.
You got it? Yes, sir. Do you think the team's up? Yes, sir, Pete. I think we're ready, Pete. Nobody offside. Nobody offside. You have a habit of being offside. Hey, Woodard, we're going to run your play, the second one. The second will be your play. 12, yeah. Well, this team we can't fumble, we can't do anything. We got to win this ball game decisively. We win by 6 or 12 points. Everybody says, hell, they ain't nothing.
Pete, we want to be past 51, Pete. Let us get at least 50 points.
Let's get the team together. I told you to shave. This is God's truth. I don't know how. I have a good notion of what you play today.
Come on.
Next time, I hope to die. You're through.
I have it off my...
My gosh, a weak team like that. They should even make a first down.
That boy. Way to go, come on,
They're gaining easier than the other schools. How about a three? Right after this play, we'll run a three.
Halftime score, Westinghouse 34, South nothing.
Get closer to the shed. You're gonna
get over here.
And listen, I don't have you. Oh, wait a minute. You two. Do you realize they gained more yardage between you two? What happened? I figured I'd keep you in there to keep everything equalized. You were terrible. When you caught that pass, that's all you had to do was run and score.
But I thought I was already...
Who cares what you thought? Don't come running to me, Pete. I'm a star. Put me in. I guess my mother's 92 years old. Should have made that point. Did you make a tackle? Huntley?
I was there.
Huh? No, I just asked him, that's all. I want to know how he's doing. No use putting on a uniform if he's not going to be a real bulldog.
You're going to get it, Humphrey. Don't worry about it.
Oh, you boys, get over there. How about a 43-piece?
Yeah. That safety splits and pretty near every play looks like he's...
All right, we're going to put, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put the first team's going in, and if they can score one right away, you go up and take a shower.
Okay, all right. Let's go two right away, Pete. Two right away.
The field is muddy. It's a sea of mud. But for Westinghouse, what is it? It's grass, and it's dry, and it's been raining all day. But for the Bulldogs, what is it? The sun is shining brightly, the field is dry, we're all set to go. Miller. You go in for Allen. Hurry up.
Come on, baby.
Good for Mosley. No, Mosley. Good for Burns.
Come on, baby.
How many men? You count the number of men we have.
Come on, baby.
I'm not putting you in the games because I love you. You do something now.
Get down there and knock him down. Come on, baby. Kill him for us.
Hey, Huntley, show him what a bulldog's like.
Come on, Huntley. Get him out. No, sir. Come on, Huntley. Damn, man. Better kick the left and kick all day.
He's coming.
Come on, Huntley. I know who that boy is. They're in position to hit your man's feet, and a lot of times they're in the...
Pete always has a few words of consolation for the losing coach.
Yeah, your team is doing a lot better at catching us in the back. No one had ever caught us in the backfield. Nobody. Today we're getting caught in the backfield. Now, we played three big teams, tough teams. Nobody ever caught us in the backfield. Nobody. And here we're getting hit in the backfield.
There should have been some tackles in that backfield. I mean, there's been a few, but there should have been 5 or 6 more. What the hell, at least you feel halfway decent.
Final score, Westinghouse 40, South nothing.
Mr. Pete Dimperio.
When I hear an introduction like that, it reminds me of a real story that occurred. Several years ago, I was made Man of the Year. I received the Dapper Dan Award, and I was coaching an all-star team. And my picture appeared in the paper every day. This all happened in 1 week. And I was walking around all puffed up. And I went to a service station to buy some gas, and I met a friend of mine. He says, Pete, what are you doing these days? I almost died. I said, oh, I'm at Westinghouse. He said, how long have you been there? I said, about 14 years. He said, what department? I said, generators. He said, you know, Pete, that's damn good money. That was my first lesson in humility. I found out right then and there that everyone is not interested in high school football.
Pete Dimperio's philosophy of life is just as fundamental as his football. A double reverse couldn't be timed any better than one of his punchlines.
You know, when Jim told you about the number of championships you win, people begin to give you credit for things you never do. I was appointed to take a basketball team to Shenley High School. The basketball coach got sick, so I went to Shenley High School with his team, and we were ahead by 20 points. And I turned around to get some subs. When I got the subs ready, we were losing by 7. It's a very strategic game. And I called timeout, the kids came running to me, and I said, what's the trouble? They said, Pete, we're missing. So I gave them the strategy. Get back in here and don't miss anymore. So we won the game by 7 points, and a fella came down from the stands, he said, you old fox, you changed the defense, didn't you? I said I had to, I'm not that stupid.
Pete is not without his detractors. A group of teachers at Westinghouse have formed themselves into an ad hoc anti-Dimperio committee. They claim Westinghouse football players are not loyal to the school. They are loyal to Pete Dimperio.
I don't care what you call it. Love, spirit, tradition. You got to have that deep love for what you're doing. You got to love football or cross country, whatever you're in, with the most deepest love. I feel if you're going to play football for Westinghouse, football is the greatest thing in your life. You can't love football and misbehave. You can't love football and fail. You got to be the top, number one. And I preach that every day.
Each year, some 60 to 65 boys turn out for football at Westinghouse. They all make the team. Pete simply will not subject any one of them to the shame of being cut from the squad.
At Westinghouse High School, we meet our squad every day in a conditioning class. And I put them through the most horrid pace. I feel if they love that game and they wish to excel, they got to sacrifice. We do 100 push-ups. We climb ropes. We swim for endurance, everything. And these kids work and work. And they come to me and say, Pete, am I getting stronger? Some of them aren't worth a dime. And I say, oh, that's beautiful. You're going to be terrific. You're going to be great for the blue and gold.
Over the past 20 years, 212 Westinghouse High School football players have won college football scholarships. 60% of them have earned degrees.
A lot of my boys can't go to college. They don't have the mentality. Not only our school, a lot of schools. And they don't have the desire for college, but still they can be of service. I tell them this, if you're a truck driver, be the best truck driver in the world. Drive that truck carefully, deliver your goods on time, be respectful, you are a success.
Over the years, Pete Dimperio has had countless offers to accept other coaching positions. He won't do it. He won't even talk about it. He says he has an investment at Westinghouse, and nothing pleases him more than to watch the returns roll in. 9 of his players went to college last year.
I don't care to leave Westinghouse because of my philosophy. And my philosophy is this, to be a man of service to life. I feel I should give something to life. And what I'm giving, I feel I'm bringing up those young boys to become men and good citizens.
Dimperio says if he ever does leave coaching, he would like to become a juvenile court judge.
Today, you're a square. You're stupid if you're patriotic, if you're a conformist, if you believe in honesty. You're stupid. I think I love stupid people who have those type of qualities. Oh, by the way, get your tickets for the championship game. If you don't get there, I'm going to fail you. All right, go ahead. You know that you're the last one dressed, Vassar?
Going into the title game against Gladstone this year, Westinghouse had a record of 8 wins and no losses.
You ain't allowed to put no foam under it?
Foam's all right, yeah, but you can't use the tape on top.
Each year, Pete hosts a conference of 1,500 coaches and officials. He annually attracts the top coaches in the game to his clinic. They discuss the use of scouts, game films, spotters, assistants, and all the other trappings of modern high school football. Pete, incidentally, uses none of them himself.
You're all right. That's all right. Oh, one thing, you know, there's a lot of, I don't know if there was a lot of publicity in the paper. This is a Class B and we're AA. I hope it doesn't influence the officials in any way. You follow that? That's right. I just wanted to bring it up. Today, as I said, it's payday. We worked 8 solid games to be here, and we're here. All year we've been waiting for it. A lot of boys in the country, they don't have a chance to go into a championship. Here we have this opportunity, and this should be our greatest game. Let's see you fulfill your dreams of playing with Westinghouse on a pleasant note. It's a thrilling day, but it's also a sad day to see some of you good boys leaving us. Garnett, Ellison, Lloyd, Harrison, everybody here. Whitted, you run like you never ran before. This is our big game.
That's all I got to say. This man, this is going first team, man. This when we come out here in the first place, man, we're going. This fight last week, we're going. First place, we're going for the first team, man. Everybody. Hey, man, that's when you guard, man. You know what you got to pull out, like some slaves down the south, bro. You know what they got to do, too, man. Y'all got to run just like y'all. Slaves down the south. The line open up the hole in the back. Hey, what you want?
Boys, are you ready for your prayer?
Ready? Before the game. Pray for the strength and oranges.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and give us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Thy is the kingdom, power, glory, forever. Amen.
Three with a flanker.
The Dimperio approach to football is to overwhelm the opposition. His players are taught to look through the other teams to the open ground beyond the line of scrimmage, as a karate master would teach a student to look through an object before breaking it with his hand. In the cluster of players and spectators around the Westinghouse bench, there is no question of who is the coach.
All right. No. Run another 12. We got to get a point up there.
Westinghouse, the word is run. Walking is forbidden.
Why do you go on the outside? We're going to run a 45 now. Don't fumble it. A 45. Inside. Hurry up!
Westinghouse quickly took a 13-0 lead. The officials often come in for a bit of Dimperio scorn. In this case, a referee named Vince.
Hey, what's up, boss? Oh, wait a minute, Vince. Hey, you brought it back, Vince. Why don't you do what you're told? Now, shut up.
Yes, sir.
Listen, if I had another quarterback, you wouldn't be here.
Yes, sir.
And I mean it. Hey, you moved it up, Vince, 2 feet. Nice going, Vince. Hey, how was it the other team start outside? Hey. Put a flanker out there. Put a flanker out there, 45. 45, then a 12. The score is only 13-0. What are you walking to the huddle for? Why don't you run to the huddle? Get your team moving. And who told you to pass? Third and 4. We had to get a first down. Don't tell me a thing. Right now we're running a 45 with flankers. Why?
Yes, sir. Now, where you want that ball play? Here.
Come on, let's go in.
Halftime score, Westinghouse 19, Gladstone nothing.
What makes you think that you're going to run the game today? When I send a boy in to spread, when I send a boy in to tell you to do this, you do it. Aren't they telling you? Go for first down in this much. Honest to goodness, you just got a point. You're a big shot now. You keep doing what the authority tells you to do. All right, everybody quiet. We're going over every play. 45.
He's a linebacker, but he plays right here, man. He's right up on the line.
This 46 is not going to get us far. This play here that's going all the way. All right, boys, this is your last win, the 4 minutes of your lives that you're with Westinghouse, some of you boys. Now, let's do it.
In 20 years, Pete has coached over 1,200 boys at Westinghouse, stars and otherwise. He remembers all of them.
My God, Gallo! Good, you son of a gun. I talk. They didn't look good today, though.
No, they don't, but that's not their fault.
No.
That's the football team. We're proud of you, Pete.
Well, I'm telling you, Gil, I was just wondering how you were doing. Hey, I was talking about you. I said, you see Lenny? Never see him.
I was going to come down and see you Thursday, but if you had a school, they were going to be right off in a couple of years.
Formation left there.
To miss an assignment is one thing, but to try to alibi out of it is still another to Pete Dimperio.
Situation. You just saw with those penalties. You shut your big fat face.
Late in the fourth quarter, Gladstone scored their first touchdown.
You gotta give them credit. Come on. We're gonna give them 4 minutes to score. If they don't score in 4, the other team goes in.
Everybody knows all about it. Great job.
I never saw him. Yeah. I wish it would have been a dry day. We'd have had some fun in a dry day.
Going for Ross. You go in for...
Listen, boy, the game's about end. Get everything here. Hey, over here.
Everybody, come on.
Here, Mike, hold on to this.
Final score, Westinghouse 41, Gladstone 7. 1965 record, 9 wins and no defeats. Unbeaten in the past 25 games. Over 20 years, 16 championships, 116 City League victories, 5 defeats, 212 college football scholarships. A return on an investment.
First of all, congratulations. I think this team, you'll get it back. If it's worth anything, I'll sell it and keep it. Yeah. How you doing, Trev? Well, another championship. Although we couldn't, we got to give Gladstone credit. They were in there.
It was the day that the exiled Bolshevist Leon Trotsky was in Paris, disclaiming all connection with the Leningrad plot. In Washington, President Franklin Delano Roosevelt was threatening to withhold public works funding for Louisiana, as his very public feud with Senator Huey P. Long escalated. Huey, meanwhile, seemed more concerned about LSU football. In Pasadena, California on this day, Alabama would win the Rose Bowl with a kid named Paul Bryant leading the way. And Will Rogers was writing color for the Times-Picayune. It was January 1st, 1935. And in New Orleans, they were writing the first chapter of the Sugar Bowl, a courageous and ambitious civic effort put together by a group of men who formed the New Orleans Midwinter Sports Association. It was Tulane against Temple, playing for ownership of an antique silver cup, battling on a bitterly cold New Year's afternoon in front of 26,000 at Tulane's then small stadium. It was great college football, and Pop Warner's Philadelphians took advantage of 2 Tulane fumbles and the running of dynamite Dave Smuckler to grab an early 14-0 lead. But the Wave would win the first Sugar Bowl, win because of the legendary Little Monk Simons, because of Bucky Bryan, Dick Hardy, and Barney Mintz. Little Monk was sensational in his last game as a greenie, playing with a broken shoulder. Here he intercepts a Temple pass. He scored Tulane's first touchdown on a dramatic 65-yard kickoff return, a play still remembered by those who were there at this first great Sugar Bowl.
Tulane University, where 85,000 fans await the start of the 15th Classic. On the south end of the field for their pregame warm-up is the Oklahoma team clad in traditional red jerseys. And here is the North Carolina squad as it goes through its paces at the north end of the stadium. The Tar Heels are wearing their Columbia blue jerseys. Each of these Sugar Bowl teams boasts an All-American player. On the left, Charlie Choo-Choo Justice, North Carolina's triple threat, and Oklahoma's big guard, Paul Buddy Burris. One of the youngest collegiate coaches in the nation is smiling Charles Bud Wilkinson of Oklahoma, a former All-American football player at the University of Minnesota. North Carolina's coach is the veteran builder of championship teams, Carl Snavely, who brings his unbeaten Tar Heels to the Sugar Bowl for the second time. Guests of the Sugar Bowlers and the participating teams are these veterans of World War II and their Red Cross attendants. They're seated near the sidelines for a close-up of the Classic. Here's a smile and a happy salute from one of the vets. The Oklahoma band comes onto the field and forms a replica of the Sugar Bowl, plays and sings Way Down Yonder in New Orleans. Marching onto the field now are the Kilties, the drum and drill corps of the Lake Charles, Louisiana High School. These 175 lassies in their red jackets and plaid kilts add a bright touch of color to the Sugar Bowl scene as they execute their precision drill. It's near game time. The Tar Heels dash onto the field and hurry to their bench on the west side of the stadium. The Red Horde from Oklahoma enters and races across the field to the east side. The American Legion Band plays the national anthem, and the huge crowd stands at attention as the Boy Scouts raise the flag. Co-captains Steegman and Rogers of North Carolina, Walker and Payne of Oklahoma meet at midfield for the toss. Oklahoma wins the toss and elects to defend the south goal and will kick off to North Carolina. Tips approaches the ball, kicks off, and the ball sails downfield to the North Carolina 16, where Choo-Choo Justice takes it, races up the middle, cuts for the sidelines, and returns to Carolina's 36, where Tips makes the tackle. 1st and 10 on Carolina's 36. Rogers has the ball. He's back to pass, is rushed, and thrown for a 9-yard loss by Jim Owens. 2nd down, 19 on the Tar Heels 25. Choo-Choo Justice slashes off tackle, breaks into the open, and cuts back for a gain of 10 yards before Royal makes the tackle on the Carolina 39. 3rd and 9. Justice has the ball. He passes to Kennedy, who goes to Oklahoma's 48, a gain of 13 yards. 1st and 10 on Oklahoma's 48. Single wing left. Rogers spins and goes over left tackle to the 37, a gain of 11 yards, and another first down. It's Carolina's ball on Oklahoma's 37. Single wing left. Rogers gives the ball to Kennedy. Bob fumbles and recovers, but loses 5 yards as Big Homer Payne goes in for the tackle. 2nd down and 15. Single wing left. Rogers bucks the middle for a gain of 5 yards. 3rd and 10 on Oklahoma's 37. Single wing left. Justice fades and passes to Weiner. Art leaps for the catch on Oklahoma's 15, where Royal makes the tackle. Single wing right. Justice has the ball, evades the tackler, and throws. Greathouse leap and intercepts on the 16. There goes Merle. Payne and Owens lead the way. That's Dan Steegman dashing up on the outside. Greathouse tries to cut, but can't, slows down, and Knock makes the tackle on Carolina's 13. 1st and 10 for Oklahoma. Mitchell is under center. He has the ball, gains 2 yards at right guard. 2nd and 8 for Oklahoma. Mitchell calls signals. He has the ball and goes in at left guard for a gain of 4 yards. It's 3rd and 4 on Carolina's 7. Mitchell calls signals. Jack takes the ball from center Tillman and cuts back inside right tackle for 2 more yards. 4th and 2. Carolina's in a 7-man line. Mitchell takes the ball, cuts back for 2 yards, and a first down on Carolina's 3. Mitchell calls signals. Oklahoma set. Jack carries the ball for the 5th consecutive time and pushes through left tackle for a yard gain. 2nd down and 2 for a touchdown. Thomas hits the middle of the Carolina line, but Oklahoma was in motion. The play is called back and the penalty stepped off. It's 2nd down and 7 for Oklahoma. Mitchell calls signals. Mitchell hands off to George Thomas again, and he bucks through the middle of the Carolina line for 5 yards. 3rd down, 2 for a touchdown. Mitchell makes another handoff to Thomas, who cracks left tackle and goes to the Carolina 1-foot line. 1 foot from a touchdown. Oklahoma is set. Mitchell calls the plays. He takes the ball from center and slithers outside his own right end for a touchdown. Oklahoma scores. It's Oklahoma 6, Carolina 0. Les Ming comes in to try for the extra point. Ming boosts the ball. It's good. Oklahoma 7, North Carolina nothing. They're ready for the kickoff. Tips approaches and kicks. The ball hugs the turf and rolls to North Carolina's 23, where Rogers picks it up and returns to the 38 before McNabb gets through for the tackle. 1st down and 10 to go for North Carolina on her 38. Single wing right. Rogers hits right tackle for 3 yards before Greathouse brings him down on the 41. 2nd down, 7. Johnny Clements is wide to the left. Justice fades and tosses, and Weiner leaps to make the catch on the 44, where Gold makes the tackle. The play gains 6 yards. 3rd down and 2. Single wing right. Rogers has the ball. Hits left tackle, gains only 1 yard as Greathouse cracks him on the North Carolina 40. 4th and 1. North Carolina is in punt formation. Justice boots. It's a high spiraling kick that goes out of bounds on Oklahoma's 27, where it's 1st and 10 for the Sooners. Carolina substitutes its defensive unit. Mitchell calls signal. Jack has the ball and makes a handoff to Thomas, who goes through for a gain of 2 yards. 2nd down, 8. Mitchell calls the plays. The handoff to Pearson. Pearson fumbles, and Joe Romano recovers. Romano recovers for Carolina on Oklahoma's 30-yard line, but it's 1st and 10 for the Tar Heels. Justice returns to the game with Rogers passes to Kennedy on the 25, and Bob races to the right, evades 2 tacklers, and moves down to the Oklahoma 15 before Greathouse throws him out of bounds. 1st and 10 on Oklahoma's 15. Single wing left. Rogers rams center and gains 3 yards before the Sooner forward wall checks his advance on the 12. 2nd down and 7 yards to go on Oklahoma's 12. Justice fakes to Rogers and makes a handoff to Kennedy, who goes all the way to the Sooners' 4-yard line for the 1st down. 1st and 4 to go for the touchdown. Single wing right. Justice has the ball. Choo-Choo tries to skirt right end, gains only 1 yard as Ed Lysek hits him. Single wing left. Justice fake. Rogers has the ball, plows through left tackle and into the end zone for a touchdown. It's Oklahoma 7, North Carolina 6. Bob Cox comes in to try for the important extra point. Carolina lines up for the kick. There's the pass from center. Cox boots. It's no good. Score stands Oklahoma 7, North Carolina 6. The Tar Heels will kick off. Dykirk's boot goes to Heath on the Oklahoma 15. And he returns 9 yards to his 24, where it's 1st down and 10 to go for the Sooners. Mitchell calls signals. Jack makes a pitch out to Thomas, and George races right end and behind tips for 12 yards and 1st down on the 36 before Bill Wardell brings him down. Mitchell is under center. He makes a pitch out to Pearson, number 38, and Lindell races left end for 4 yards before Highsmith makes the tackle as the 1st quarter ends. Oklahoma leads 7-6. It's 2nd down and 6 yards to go. Mitchell is under center. Jack spins and picks up 2 yards at the middle. 3rd and 4. Mitchell calls the plays. He's under the center, has the ball, goes through center for a gain of 4 yards and first down on the Oklahoma 45. 1st and 10 for the Sooners on their 45. Mitchell is under center. Takes the ball from Tillman. Makes a backward pass to Pearson, who fades and tosses to Anderson. But Frankie can't hold on to it. 2nd down 10. Mitchell is under the center. Fakes a handoff and goes over his own left guard to the Oklahoma 49. A gain of 4 yards on the play. 3rd and 6 for the Sooners. Mitchell has the ball. Makes a handoff to Thomas, who cracks the middle of the North Carolina line for a gain of 4 yards. 4th and 2. Oklahoma in punt formation. Oil punched, and the ball goes rolling down and out of bounds on Carolina's 4. But wait, referee Rogers calls the play back and penalizes the Tar Heels 15 yards for roughing the kicker. 1st and 10 on North Carolina's 32. Mitchell has the ball, slices inside tackle for a gain of 4 yards before the Tar Heels jam the runways. 2nd down and 6. Mitchell calling signals. He has the ball but fails to gain as the Tar Heels charge fast and check him at the scrimmage line. It's 3rd and 6 for Oklahoma on the Carolina 28. Mitchell has the ball. He makes a handoff to Heath, who gains 3 yards before Wardell brings him down. 4th and 4 for Oklahoma. Gold goes in motion. Mitchell takes the ball, spins and gets 1 yard. Jack fails to make first down. The ball goes over to Carolina on her 24. 1st and 10 for the Tar Heels on the 24. Justice takes the ball from center, tries to skirt right in, but Payne charges in, chases Choo-Choo, and throws him on the 15 for a loss of 9 yards. 2nd down, 19 yards to go. Justice, quick kicks. The ball sails to the Oklahoma 31, where Jones takes it, returns 3 yards, slips and falls on the Sooners 34. 1st and 10 for Oklahoma. Jack Mitchell is under center. He makes a pitch out to Jones. And Wilbur sweeps right end to the 40, where Knox tackles him after a gain of 6 yards. 2nd down 4. Mitchell has the ball. Hands off to Royal. Ken goes over tackle for 4 yards and first down on the 42. 1st and 10. Mitchell under the center. Jack tosses back to Thomas, who fumbles the ball, recovers, but fails to gain as Mitten charges in to make the tackle. 2nd down and 10 on the 42. Oklahoma in punt formation. Royal boots, and the ball goes out of bounds on Carolina's 29. The Tar Heels ball, 1st and 10. Justice has it, fades, looks for a receiver, throws. It's incomplete. 2nd down 10. Rogers gets the ball, spins and hands to Kennedy, but Bob loses 2 yards as Stan West comes in for the tackle. The ball is on the North Carolina 27. The Tar Heels are in punt formation. Choo-Choo kicks, and the ball goes out of bounds on the Oklahoma 40-yard stripe. The Sooners take over on their 40, where it's 1st down and 10. Oklahoma is set. Mitchell's under the center. He makes a backward pass to Pearson, who fades as he looks for a receiver, but Fowl rushes in and throws him on the Oklahoma 24 for a loss of 16 yards. 2nd and 26. Mitchell is underneath the center. He carries and picks up 3 yards before Fowl again makes the tackle. 3rd and 23. The Sooners are in punt formation. It's a Statue of Liberty. Royal fakes the kick, hands off to Thomas. George tries left end, but the Tar Heels spot the play, and Clements throws Thomas out of bounds. Oklahoma in punt formation. Royal boots the ball, goes out on Carolina's 44, but the referee penalizes the Tar Heels for roughing the kicker. It's 1st and 10 for Oklahoma on their 41. Mitchell is under the center, makes a backward pass to Royal, who fades, looks for a receiver, attempts to run, but loses 3 yards when Holdash comes in to tackle on the Oklahoma 38. 2nd and 13. Mitchell calls the plays. Jack makes a handoff to Heath, who blasts through a hole at right tackle for 7 yards before Bill Maseko checks his advance. 3rd and 6 for Oklahoma on the 46. Mitchell has the ball, hands off to Heath, and Leon smashes through to the Carolina 34, a gain of 12 yards. It's 1st and 10 for Oklahoma. Mitchell makes a handoff to Royal, who bangs into the line for 3. 2nd down and 7 for Oklahoma on the 31. Mitchell is under center. Hands off to Pearson, who gains 2 yards before Holdash brings him to the turf. 3rd down 5 on the North Carolina 29. Mitchell is under the center. Fades and passes. It's for Heath, but the ball is out of his reach. It's 4th down and 5 yards to go. Oklahoma in punt formation. Royal boots, and the ball rolls out of bounds on the Carolina 15, where the Tar Heels take over. Carolina's ball, 1st and 10 on the 15. Justice fakes a pass, races through the middle, cuts for a gain of 10 yards, and a 1st down on the 25, where Greathouse makes the tackle. North Carolina's ball, 1st and 10. Single wing right. Justice races around left end and cuts for a gain of 13 yards and another 1st down before Royal makes the tackle on the 38. 1st and 10. Rogers has the ball. Jose fakes to Justice and passes. It's for Weiner, but no good. Incomplete. 3rd down and 13. North Carolina is in punt formation. Justice kicks. The ball rolls into the Oklahoma end zone, but the referee recalls the play and penalizes the Sooners 15 yards for roughing the kicker. 1st and 10 for North Carolina on the midfield stripe. Single wing left. Justice races to the 45, the 40, the 35, the 30, and falls on the 28. Laterals to Highsmith, and Chan goes to the 16. A gain of 34 yards and a 1st down for the Tar Heels on Oklahoma's 16. North Carolina's in single wing left. Justice fades and passes. It's for Weiner, but no good. It's out of Art's reach, incomplete. 2nd down and 10 to go. Single wing right. Choo-Choo has the ball. He fades, passes, and connects with Bob Cox. The play is good for a gain of 8 yards. Wilbur Jones makes the tackle on the Oklahoma 8. 3rd and 2 for the 1st down, 8 for the touchdown. The Tar Heels are in single wing right. Justice passes. It's to Weiner in the end zone. Makes good contact, but can't hold on to it. The pass is incomplete. 4th and 2. Single wing left. Rogers goes in motion. Justice has the ball. Fades, can't find a receiver. Runs, falls, just short of a 1st down as West makes the tackle on the Oklahoma 7. The ball goes over to the Sooners. Mitchell is under the center, takes the ball, tries to find a hole, falls and fails to gain. As the 1st half ends, the score Oklahoma 7, North Carolina 6. Now let's take a look at the 85,000 fans in the stadium. It's the largest crowd ever together anywhere in the history of the Deep South and sets a new Sugar Bowl record for attendance. At the top left is the press box, from which the sports experts of the nation catch the color and drama of the classic. As the camera sweeps over the stadium, you get a view of a great crowd, basking in the southern sunshine, enjoying the perfect weather. It's June in January here in New Orleans. Now the university bands take over to entertain the fans. The Oklahoma band forms the outline of a surrey and plays the surrey with the fringe on top. As the wheels revolve and the surrey moves downfield, the fans join in singing the popular tune. The Big Red Band then forms OU with interlocking letters and sings, "Okay, Oklahoma." Their next tune is Boomer Sooner, and they march off the field as the Sooner students roar their approval. The Carolina students from the North Stand section now treat the fans to a card display. The first display is UNC, University of North Carolina. Next is Sugar. The Tar Heel Band comes on the field and forms the outline of a Christmas tree and plays Jingle Bells, while the student body card display pictures Old Santa. The band then forms NC and goes off the field as the teams return to start the second half. Now we're ready for the kickoff for the third. Tips kicks off. The ball hugs the turf. Weiner picks it up and returns to the Carolina 38, where Tillman makes the tackle. It's 1st and 10 for Carolina on her 38. Single wing right. Rogers has the ball. Rogers goes over guard for a gain of 3 yards. 2nd down and 7 on the 41. Single wing right. Justice passes to Kennedy. Bob tries to sweep the Oklahoma end, but gains only 2 yards as Lysek comes up to hit him hard on the 43. It's 3rd and 5 to go. Rogers has the ball. It's a reverse to Justice, who cuts off tackle for 2 yards as Greathouse crashes in to make the tackle. 4th and 3 on the 45. Carolina is in punt formation. Justice punts. It is a low boot and rolls to the Oklahoma 21, where Royal takes it, fakes an exchange to Mitchell, and returns to the 24, where Weiner makes the tackle. Oklahoma's ball, 1st and 10 on the 24. Mitchell calls signals. Mitchell tosses backward to Pearson, who goes around right end to the 30, where Weiner makes the tackle after a gain of 6 yards. 2nd and 3. Thomas goes through tackle for the first down on Oklahoma's 34, where Johnny Clements makes the tackle. 1st and 10 on the 34. Mitchell calls signals. Jack to Pearson, tries a wide end sweep. But the Tar Heels swarm in and smother him for no gain. 2nd and 10. Mitchell under the center. He fakes to Pearson, makes a handoff to Heath, who blows through the North Carolina line for 7 yards. 3rd and 3 on the Oklahoma 41. Mitchell hands off to Heath. Lindell fumbles, but Payne recovers for the first down on the Oklahoma 44. 1st down 10. Mitchell calling signals. He hands off to Thomas, but the North Carolina line stiffens, and George gains only 1 yard. 2nd and 9. Mitchell under the center. Takes a handoff, tries to sweep, but loses 5 yards as Rubish rushes in to make the tackle on the 40. 3rd and 9 for Oklahoma. The Sooners go into punt formation. Royals punt, hugs the sidelines, rolls downfield, and into the end zone. The referee takes the ball out to the North Carolina 20, where it is 1st down. The Tar Heels are in single wing to the right. Rogers hands off to Justice. Choo-Choo cuts off tackle for 11 yards, and 1st down on the 31, where Anderson makes the tackle. 1st and 10. The Tar Heels are in single wing left. Rogers has the ball, spins, hands off to Justice, and Choo-Choo skirts left end for a gain of 5 yards before Charlie Dowell brings him down. The ball is on the Carolina 36. 2nd down and 5, single wing right. Rogers cracks through tackle to the 38, where Greathouse makes the stop. 3rd and 3, single wing left. Knox calls plays. Rogers spins, hits over the middle of the Oklahoma line for 1 yard. But the Tar Heel backfield was in motion, and the referee penalizes the boys from Chapel Hill 5 yards. 3rd and 8, Rogers wide. Justice juggles the pass from center, tries to pass, but Anderson rushes in and throws Choo-Choo for a loss of 8 yards. 4th and 16, North Carolina in punt formation. Justice deep. Choo-Choo boots. The ball goes out of bounds on Oklahoma's 47-yard line, and it is 1st down for the Sooners at that point. 1st and 10 for Oklahoma on the 47. Royal is under center. Royal fakes a handoff. Fades and throws down the middle. The pass is deep, intended for Anderson. Flamish intercepts the ball. No! Anderson has it. Clements tackles him on the Carolina 10. Oklahoma threatens again. Mitchell is under center. He hands off to Thomas, who hits tackle for 2. 2nd and 8. Mitchell has the ball. He hands off to Pearson. He drives inside tackle. Basico tackles, but Pearson rides him over the goal line. Ming comes in to attempt the conversion. There's the kick. It's good. Oklahoma leads 14-6. They line up for the kickoff. Tips approaches the ball. 15, where Bob Kennedy takes it and races upfield all the way to the Tar Heel 40, where Anderson makes the tackle. 1st and 10 for North Carolina. Single wing right. Rogers spins and hits over left guard for 2 yards. 2nd and 8 on the Carolina 42. Single wing right. Rogers fumbles, falls on the ball, and loses 3 yards as the Sooners smother him. 3rd down and 10. Knox calls signals. Justice, quick kicks. The ball carries to the Oklahoma 8, where Jones takes it. Returns to the Sooner 20, where Steegman and Knox combine on the tackle. Oklahoma's ball, 1st and 10. Mitchell is under center. Hands off to Royal. Ken picks up 3 yards at guard before he stopped. 2nd down and 7. Mitchell calls signals. Makes a handoff to Thomas, who hits center for 7 yards, and first down on the Oklahoma 31. Mitchell is under center, fakes to Royal, hands off to Heath, who hits guard for the gain of 4 yards. Second down 6. Mitchell calls plays, hands off to Pearson, who goes through the middle of the North Carolina line for 3 yards. 3rd and 3. Mitchell is under center. It's a handoff to Pearson, who gains a yard, but the referee calls a 15-yard penalty against Oklahoma for illegal use of the hands. It's 3rd down and 18 for the Sooners on their 24. The Sooners are in punt formation. Royal back. It's a booming boot. It's good for 76 yards and settles in the North Carolina end zone, inches over the goal line. North Carolina's ball, 1st and 10 on the 20. Rogers has the ball, fades to pass. Weiner makes the catch, but is hit hard and fumbles. Justice dashes up and recovers for the gain of 7 yards. North Carolina's ball in the 27. Single wing right. Justice has the ball, races through the line, goes to Carolina's 40, a gain of 13 yards as the 3rd quarter ends. 1st and 10 for North Carolina on her 40. The Tar Heels are in single wing right. Rogers cracks guard for 2 yards before Greathouse tackles and throws him over his shoulder. 2nd down and 8 to go. Single wing right. Rogers fades the pass, throws. It's for Weiner, but the ball is out of Art's reach. The pass is incomplete. 3rd and 8 on Carolina's 42. The Tar Heels are in single wing right. Rogers fades to pass, is rushed, throws as Golds tackles low. The pass is to Kennedy, but is wide. North Carolina is in deep punt formation. Justice kicks. The ball hits the sidelines, bounces in, and rolls to the center of the field and settles in the end zone just over the goal line. The referee brings the ball out to the 20, where it's 1st and 10 for Oklahoma. Mitchell calls signals, hands off to Heath, who rushes the line for 9 yards before Flamish brings him down. 2nd and 1. Mitchell fakes to Thomas, hands off to Heath, and Leon goes to the 32, where Wardell tackles after a gain of 3 yards. 1st and 10 on the 32. Mitchell calls signals. Mitchell makes a handoff to Thomas, and George cracks the middle for 2 yards. 2nd down and 8 yards to go for Oklahoma. Mitchell is under center. He tosses back with Royal. Ken races around right end for 9 yards, and the first down on the Oklahoma 42, where Masico makes the tackle. 1st and 10 for the Sooners on their own 42. Mitchell is under the center, takes the ball, slips through the North Carolina forwards for a gain of 3 yards. 2nd and 7. Mitchell takes the ball from center, hands off to Heath, who rams the middle of the line for 5 yards before he falls at midfield. Oklahoma's ball at midfield. Mitchell calls signals. There's a handoff from Mitchell to Pearson, who spins over right tackle for the first down on Carolina's 46, where Masico makes the stop. 1st and 10 on Carolina's 46. Mitchell makes a handoff to Thomas, and George pops through the middle of the line for a gain of 3 yards. 2nd down 7. Mitchell has the ball, hands off to Heath, who crashes tackle for 4 yards before Highsmith checks his advance. 3rd and 3 on North Carolina's 36. Royal fakes to Heath and passes to Mitchell, but the ball is out of Jack's reach, incomplete. Oklahoma was offsides on the play, but the Tar Heels refused the penalty. Oklahoma is in punt formation. The ball goes to Royal, and he boots it into the end zone. 1st and 10 for the Tar Heels on their 20. Single wing right. Justice makes a handoff to Kennedy, and Bob races left end for a gain of 3 yards before Greathouse makes the tackle. Single wing right. Justice fakes a pass and runs. He's through the gap, but loses his footing and falls on the 28 after a gain of 5 yards. 3rd down 2 on the 28. Single wing right. Justice passes to Kennedy for a gain of 6 yards and first down on the 34, where Isaac drives in for the stop. Single wing right. Justice straightens up, takes the pass from center, and passes. It's intended for Ken Powell, but is wide of the target. 2nd down and 10 for Carolina. Single wing right. Justice fakes a pass and elects to run, but gains only 1 yard as Trotter and Mandley combine on the tackle on the 35. 3rd and 9 on the 35. Tar Heels in short punt. Rogers fades to pass. Tosses to Bob Cox, but it's wide of the target, incomplete. 4th down 9. North Carolina is in deep punt formation. Justice kicks the ball. The ball bounces and rolls into the end zone for an automatic touchback. The ball goes to Oklahoma on her 20. Mitchell barks signals. Hands off to Thomas, who goes through guard to the 23, a 3-yard gain. 2nd down 7. Mitchell hands off to Heath, who drives to the 26, a gain of 3 yards for the Sooners from Oklahoma. 3rd and 4 for Oklahoma. Mitchell again hands off to Heath for a gain of 4th down and 2 in the 29. Oklahoma goes into punt formation. Royal kicks. The ball sails out of bounds on the Carolina 48, and it's 1st and 10 for the Tar Heels at that point. Single wing left. Kennedy is wide. Justice takes the ball from center. Fakes the pass. Races through the middle. Cuts back. Gains 7 yards before Goad brings him down. 2nd and 3 for Carolina on Oklahoma's 46. Rogers spins and makes a handoff to Justice, who tries to hit Max Cook with a pass, but it's wide of the mark. 3rd down 3. Single wing left. Justice takes a direct pass, fakes a forward, and goes through the middle of the line to the Oklahoma 40 for a 1st down. 1st and 10 for Carolina on Oklahoma's 40. Single wing right. Rogers hands off to Justice, and Choo-Choo tries to hit Weiner with a pass, but Ken Tips breaks it up. Almost intercepts. The pass is no good. Set 10, single wing right. Rogers passes to Kennedy, and Bob races right end. Both teams were guilty of rule infractions. The down remains the same. It's 2nd and 10. Rogers hands to Justice, who throws, but the ball sails out of bounds, out of Weiner's reach. Incomplete. 3rd and 10. Single wing right. Justice fades and throws, but Bobby Goad intercepts and races back to the 30, the 35, the 40, where the Tar Heels move in to corral him. It's Oklahoma's ball, 1st and 10 on her 40. Mitchell has the ball, hands off to Thomas. George hits the center of the line for a gain of 4 yards. 2nd 6. Mitchell calls signals. He hands off to Pearson, and he bangs through the middle for 5 yards. 3rd down and 1 for the Sooners on their 49. Mitchell hands off to Heath, who plows through the North Carolina line for 7 yards, and 1st down on the 46, where Sasbrand makes the tackle. 1st and 10. Mitchell is under center. Jack hands off to Thomas, and he's through for a gain of 6 yards. The ball is near midfield. 2nd down and 4. Mitchell has the ball, hands off to Heath, who picks up a yard before the Tar Heel goes in. 3rd down 4. Mitchell runs through the right side of the line for 5 yards, falls and fumbles. Clements recovers, but the referee had blown his whistle. It's Oklahoma's ball. Mitchell hands off to Pearson, who gains 2 yards at left guard. 2nd down and 8. Mitchell fakes to Pearson, makes a backward pass to Thomas, and George tries to sweep left end, but slips, falls, and loses 2 yards. 3rd and 10 for Oklahoma on the Carolina 35. Mitchell hands off to Thomas, and George goes through right guard to the 31. A gain of 4 yards. The Sooners are set. The referee takes the ball, penalizes Oklahoma for stalling. There's the end of the game. Oklahoma wins 14-6. The 15th Sugar Bowl Classic is now history. Already the Sugar Bowlers are preparing for the next renewal of their football classic and midwinter calendar of sports. This is Harry Wismer saying, now I'll see is Harry Wismer bidding you welcome to another presentation of the Sugar Bowl's Great Collegiate Sports Couple. Approved by the National Collegiate Athletic Association and sponsored by the New Orleans Midwinter Sports Association, this program is dedicated to the youth of the nation. You will see some of the world's greatest collegiate stars in this program, and as the grand finale, the contest between the great Maryland and Tennessee football teams. First, the ball classic between Maryland and Tennessee. On the field is the United States Air Force Glee Club, the Singing Sergeants, for a rendition of a medley of college songs. The Air Force Rifle Team is next on the field. This team, just back from a European tour, is one of the finest precision drill units in the service. The fans marvel at the performance of the Air Force team, and the stadium echoes with their cheers. The Air Force Drum and Bugle Corps joins in the maneuvers with the rifle team, adding a colorful touch to the exhibition. Here are the Sugarettes, New Orleans' own precision drill corps, recruited from 7 public high schools in the Crescent City. These young ladies make their debut in the Sugar Bowl. They march to their seats and will perform at halftime in a tribute to the Olympic Games. The football teams are on the field for their pre-game warm-ups under the watchful eyes of their coaches. The Tennessee Volunteers are in traditional orange jerseys, while the Terrapins wear their red and white of Maryland. These groups are serious about their preparations as the big battle nears. Here is General Robert Nealon, the veteran coach of the Tennessee team. Nealon has developed many unbeaten teams, and this is one of his best. And this is Big Jim Tatum, young coach of Maryland's unbeaten Terrapins. Each team boasts an All-American player. Here's Hank Larsella, Tennessee's left halfback, and Bob Ward, Maryland's great guard. As the teams leave the field for final instructions, the color guard enters. The color guard consists of 64 representatives of the Army, Navy, Marine Corps, and Air Force. All fans stand as Reverend Fred Digby delivers a prayer for peace. Father Digby.
Father of all men, we rise in recognition of your presence and your providence to ask for peace. We are aware that if we seek an end to the tragedies of war, we ourselves must first put an end to the tragedies of peace, to injustice, discrimination, denial of right, dereliction of duty. We therefore pledge a new effort after righteousness at this beginning of a new year, and upon such pledge, beg an ending of the present conflict and the future threat, not for selfish fears alone, but for selfless love of others, whatever their flag or anthem. For we are one with all, every man to every man, a brother. Though this desired peace may not come quickly nor easily, that it will come, Father, we pray. Amen.
The Navy Band plays our national anthem as Old Glory is raised high above the Sugar Bowl Stadium. It's near game time, and the fans anxiously await the entrance of the team. The big Maryland team is first on the field, and the rooters give the big red-clad players a tremendous ovation. The Tennessee team enters from the west side, and its admirers rise to give them a welcome befitting the nation's #1 ranking team. Captain Bert Retchershaw of Tennessee and co-captains Bob Ward and Dave Cianelli of Maryland meet for the toss. Maryland wins the toss, elects to defend the south goal and kick off. Tennessee receives. Now we're ready for the kickoff. Chick Fry kicks off to Tennessee's 5, where Jimmy Hahn receives. Returns to the 23. First and 10 on Tennessee's 23. Single wing right. Ernsberger hits right tackle for 1 yard. Second and 9. Again at single wing right. Lars Saladeep. Hank cracks center for 3 yards. Tennessee goes into punt formation on third down. Larsella gets off a high punt. Petruzza takes, then returns to the 32. Maryland's ball on her 32. Scarbath calls signal. He has the ball, keeps and goes through center for 7 yards. 2nd and 3. Wojciechowski takes a handoff, cracks left guard for 8 and the first down on the 47. Scarbath hands off to Fullerton, and Ed goes to the midfield stripe, a gain of 3 yards. Fullerton again has the ball, hits right guard for 4 yards. Cosgrove is hurt in the play, but stays in the game. Scarbath calls signal. Big Mo takes a handoff, cuts over right guard for 10 yards, but a penalty nullifies the play. The ball is on the 42. Scarbath has it, fakes, fades, and passes to Fullerton, who leaps for the catch and a gain of 8 yards. Maryland is in punt formation. Maloney punts high and into the end zone, and Tennessee takes over on her 20. 1st and 10 on the 20. Right. Ernsberger bucks center for 2 yards. Dick Modzelewski makes the stop. 2nd and 8. Larsella hits left guard for 4 yards. That's Kensler and Alterton in on the tackle. 3rd down. Larsella is deep. He punts high to Petruzzo on the 26. Joe fumbles the ball, but recovers on the 24. That punt was good for 50 yards. Maryland's ball, 1st and 10 on the 24. Scarbath hands off to Fullerton, who spins over center for 4. Again, Scarbath hands off to Fullerton, but Ed loses a yard as Pierman breaks through for the tackle. 3rd and 7. Maloney gets off a high punt. The ball bounces and rolls dead in the Tennessee 17. That punt was good for 55 yards. 1st and 10 for Tennessee. Single wing right. Larsella sweeps right end for 5 before Fullerton makes the tackle. 2nd and 5. Single wing right. Ernsberger hits center for a gain of 3 yards. 3rd and 2. Single wing right. Bob Morgan traps Ernsberger behind the line of scrimmage, tears off his jersey as the Terrapins close in to throw Dick for a 5-yard loss. Larsella gets off another high boot. Maloney takes it on the Maryland 34 and races to the 48, where Campbell makes the tackle. Maryland's ball, 1st and 10. Big Mo takes a handoff from Scarbath through left guard for 3 yards. 2nd and 3. Scarbath laterals to Szymanski, and Shushu goes outside for 7 yards. A first down before Muri makes the tackle. 1st and 10 on Tennessee's 42. Big Mo hits left tackle for 10, but fumbles. Wiedensaw recovers for the Terrapins, and it's a first down on Tennessee's 25. Scarbath has the ball, hands off to Fullerton, who hits right guard for 2 yards before Pierman checks him. Scarbath fakes a handoff to Big Mo and laterals to Szymanski, but Shushu loses 3 as Franklin and Fisher combine on the tackle. Scarbath fakes, fades and passes to Szymanski, who laterals to Fullerton for a gain of 5 yards before Retcheshire knocks him out of bounds. Again, Scarbath fakes, fades, and passes to Fullerton, who leaps for the ball, falls but gains 9 yards in a first down on Tennessee's 12. Scarbath hands off to Big Mo, who powers through the middle for 7 yards to the 5, where Holohan and Pulofsky tackle him. Scarbath hands off to Fullerton, who picks up 2 yards at center. Fullerton again takes a handoff from Scarbath and hits right guard for 2 yards. Fullerton crashes over right guard for a touchdown. Maryland scores. Listen to that crowd. Maryland leads 6-0. Don Decker comes in to try for the extra point. There's the pass in center. The boot is high. It's good. The score, Maryland 7, Tennessee nothing. Fry kicks off to Larcella in the end zone. Hank returns to the Tennessee 15, where he is tackled by Ness and fumbles. Kensler recovers for Maryland on Tennessee's 13. First and 10 for Maryland on Tennessee's 13. Big Mo hits right guard and bowls his way through the hole for 11 yards. A first down on the 2. Scarbath gains a yard on a quarterback sneak, but a penalty nullifies the play. The referee takes the ball back to the 16. Scarbath fades to pass. Can't find a receiver. Is trapped by Adkins and Fisher. Loses 2 yards. It's 2nd and 18. Big Mo crashes through the middle, goes to the Tennessee 8. A gain of 10 yards as the first quarter ends. Score Maryland 7, Tennessee nothing. Third down on the 8. Big Mo takes a direct pass, is stopped, and laterals to Scarbath, who goes inside left guard for 2 yards before Adkins tackles. Scarbath laterals to Fullerton. Head fades. Tosses to Shemansky in the end zone for a touchdown. Maryland leads 13-0. Decker comes in to try for the extra point. There's the pass from center. The kick. It's good. Maryland leads 14-0. Fry kicks off to Kozar on the Tennessee 19. Andy races back to the 34, where it's 1st and 10 for the Volunteers. Single wing left. Kozar hits the middle. Maryland is offside, and it's 1st and 5 for Tennessee. Single wing left. Kozar hands to Payne, who tries a sweep. But Monetsky, Morgan, and Alderton rush in to throw Herkey for a loss of 3 yards. Single wing right. Payne is deep. Herkey fades, leaps, and passes to Register for 10 yards and a first down on the 46. Single wing left. Payne again takes the ball, tries to circle left end, but Monetsky hits Herkey. He fumbles, and Fullerton recovers for Maryland on the Tennessee 48. Big Mo takes a handoff from Scarbath and gets 2 at left guard. Barbish and Holohan make the tackle. Scarbath hands off to Modulewski, but Franklin and Pierman stop him at the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd 11. Scarbath has the ball. Fades and passes to Horning, and Joe gains 15 yards before he's run out of bounds by Murray on the Tennessee 34. Scarbath calls on Big Mo, and he takes a handoff through left tackle for 3 yards. Fisher makes the tackle. Scarbath fades, passes to Shemansky, who leaps for the catch. It's good for 12, and a first down on Tennessee's 19. Big Mo takes a handoff and drives through the left side of the Tennessee line for 8 yards. The ball is on the 11. That's Big Mo again. He charges up the middle for 10 yards to the Tennessee 1, where it's 1st and goal to go. Maryland sets. Scarbath sneaks over center for the touchdown. Maryland scores again. Bechtold holds. Decker waits. There's the kick, and it's good. Maryland leads 21-0. Fry kicks off to Payne on the Tennessee 6. Herkey races back to the 29, where it's 1st and 10 for the Volunteers. Single wing left. Payne hands off to Kozar, and Andy gets 2 on a sweep of right end before Filoni bumps him out of bounds. 2nd and 8. Payne sweeps left end, picks up his blockers, cuts back, and goes 19 yards for a first down before Manetsky brings him down. Single wing right. Payne hits Casetta with a quick pass down the middle for 9 yards before Kensler, Manetsky, and Petruso gang him. Single wing right. Payne has the ball, straightens up. His protection is good. He waits and throws deep to Alexander, but it's out of his reach. Incomplete in the end zone. 3rd and 1 on the 40. Kozar hits the middle of the Maryland line for a first down on the 39. Single wing right. Payne is deep. Payne fades. Leaps and passes to Hahn for a gain of 10 yards. It's 1st and 10 for Tennessee. Single wing left. Payne leaps and passes to Retchishar for a first down on the 21. Fullerton makes the tackle. Payne has the ball. Fakes the pass, runs. His blocking is good, and he sweeps right end, but a Tennessee offside nullifies the gain. Single wing left. Payne passes to Hahn for 4 yards to put the ball on Maryland's 9. Single wing right. Payne goes through right tackle for 5, and a first down on the Terrapin 4. It's Tennessee's ball on the Maryland 4. Payne hits center, but Dick Modulewski throws Herky for a loss of a yard. Single wing right. Payne fades and lobs a pass to Retchishar in the end zone for a touchdown. Tennessee scores! Retchishar will try for the extra point. Frozen holes. There's the ball. The boot. It's no good. The score, Maryland 21, Tennessee 6. Retchishar kicks off to Shemansky on the Maryland 12. Shushu races to the 28, where Franklin and Haslam make the stop. Scarbath hands off to Horning, and Joe goes over right guard for 2 yards. Dapper makes the tackle. Big Mo cracks over right tackle and gets 5 before Adkins and Fisher check his advance. Scarbath makes a quick pass to Wiedensaw. Good for 12 yards and a first down on Maryland's 47. Scarbath fakes and hands off to Modulewski, who cracks center for 2 yards. Dapper makes the tackle. Scarbath has the ball, straightens up and throws. Marie, up, the interception. It's incomplete. Scarbath takes the ball from center, keeps and cuts back over right tackle for 4. Jack is hurt on the play, and DiStefano takes over as Maryland's quarterback. It's 4th down. Panoni punts high and deep into the end zone. Tennessee's ball, 1st and 10 on the 20. Single wing right. Lars Sala fakes, turns, and runs left end. Evades tacklers, reverses his field, but is thrown on the 13 by Nestor. Single wing right. Lars Sala fades to pass, but Bob Morgan rushes in to throw him on the 6. A loss of 7 yards. The ball is on the Tennessee 6. Ernsberger bucks center for 4. Kensler makes the tackle. Tennessee is in punt formation. The Maryland line is offside. But before a play can be run, the clock buzzes. The end of the first half with a score Maryland 21, Tennessee 6. The sun shines on the capacity crowd of 85,000 at this great collegiate spectacle. What a grand sight the bowl presents, with every nook and corner crammed with happy holiday fans. Thousands are in shirt sleeves in the 80-degree summer-like weather. The Sugar Bowl is located on the campus of Tulane University. It is the largest steel-constructed stadium in the world. The Tulane Greenies play their home games in the Sugar Bowl throughout every season. Now let's go down to the field to see the halftime entertainment. The Maryland band, colorful in its red and white uniforms, and led by snappy stepping majorettes, start the entertainment. Conducted by Warrant Officer Robert Landers, The Maryland contingent wins cheers of the fans as it goes through its formation. And here are the sweetheart of New Orleans, the Sugarettes. Composed of 100 teenage girls, selected from 7 New Orleans public high schools, this group makes its debut in the Sugar Bowl to pay tribute to the Olympic Games. At attention, the Sugarettes, attired in Olympic track uniforms, are ready for their unique precision drill. Their exercises consist of a demonstration of the form of the Olympic stars in the broad jump, the discus throw, the shot put, and the hammer throw. Their Olympic drill over, the Sugarettes dance off the field to the plaudits of the great crowd. Their debut a grand success. The University of Tennessee now presents its Pride of the Southland Band, attired in new uniforms under the direction of Major Walter Ryba. For its theme, the Tennessee Band moves through a sweetheart review in which boy meets girl, they marry, and go cruising down the river on their honeymoon. In a salute to the university and its football team, the band forms UT and plays the Tennessee alma mater. Now we're ready to start the second half. Retcheshire kicks off to Petruso on Maryland 7. And Joe returns to the 33. Big Mo takes a handoff and bangs into the middle for 5 yards. Fisher makes the tackle. Scarbath hands off to Big Mo, who slashes off left tackle for 14 yards and a first down on Tennessee's 48. Scarbath sticks to the ground. Again hands off to Big Mo, who goes up the middle for 4 yards. Horning takes the pitch out from Scarbath and sweeps left end for 4 yards before Pierman and Polewski get him. Horning is wide. Big Mo takes a handoff and picks up a yard at the middle of the Tennessee line. Scarbath has the ball and sneaks through the middle for a first down. Maryland's ball, 1st and 10 on Tennessee's 36. Scarbath fakes to Szymanski and laterals to Horning, who scoots around left end for 9 yards. The ball is on the 26. Big Mo crashes the middle for 3 and a first down on the 25. Big Mo takes a direct pass and goes up the middle to the 18 for a gain of 6 yards. Franklin and Pierman bring him down. The ball goes to Big Mo, who hands off to Scarbath. Jack fades, looks for the receiver, is rushed and throws. Maryland is penalized for intentionally grounding. It's Maryland's ball on Tennessee's 35. Scarbath calls signals, hands off to Big Mo, who fumbles the ball. Fisher recovers for Tennessee on the 33. Single wing right. Kozar hands to Payne, who fades and throws to Retcheshire, but it's incomplete. Second down, single wing right. Payne takes the pass in center and sweeps left end for 4 yards before he runs head-on into Filoni. Payne fades, leaps, passes to Casita for 10 yards. His first down on Tennessee's 47. Single wing left. The ball goes to Kozar, and Andy hits the middle to Maryland's 49. Single wing left. Payne hits left guard, but gets only a yard as Alderton grabs a leg and holds on. Payne fades, leaps, passes to Casita, but the ball is out of his reach. 4th and 5. Lauricella is deep. Hank punts high and out of bounds on Maryland's 29. Horning is flanked left. Scarbath pitches to Szymanski, who cuts off right tackle for 3 yards. Again, Horning is wide to the left. Big Mo takes a handoff and gains 1 yard at center. Horning is wide. Scarbath fades, throws deep to Joe, but it's over his head. 4th and 6. Filoni is back. Bernie gets off a high spiraling punt that rolls dead on Tennessee's 21. It's 1st and 10 for Tennessee on the 21. Larcella passes to Hahn for 2 yards. Single wing left. Larcella deep. Fades to pass. But Alderton rushes in and throws Hank for a loss of 7 yards. Single wing right. Larcella fades, throws, and connects with Casita for a gain of 13 yards. Again, Larcella fades, leaps high, passes, but Fullerton intercepts and returns to Maryland's 36. The pass was intended for Casita. Scarbath calls signals. Jack hands off to Szymanski, and Shushu slices off tackle for 10 yards. Maryland's ball, 1st and 10 on the 46. Big Mo barges through left guard for 6, but a penalty nullifies the gain and sets the Terrapins back to the 31. Scarbath laterals to Szymanski. Shushu runs and passes downfield, but it's incomplete. Almost intercepted by Retcheshire. Maryland is in punt formation. Scarbath has the ball. Passes to Wiedensall, but it's no good. Incomplete. 4th down, Filoni is deep. Bernie boots the ball, and it rolls out of bounds on Tennessee's 35, where it's 1st down for the Volunteers. Single wing right. Payne fades, drifts, and passes to Sekanovich. Petruzzo intercepts, races back to Maryland's 48, where Casita makes the tackle. Scarbath hands off to Big Ed Modulewski, and he goes through left guard for 6 yards. Maryland's ball on the Tennessee 46. Horning takes a handoff and picks up 1 yard at right tackle. Scarbath takes the ball from center and sneaks for 2 yards, but a penalty nullifies the play. Maryland is in punt formation. Filoni gets off another good boot. Retcheshire takes it on the Tennessee 30 and returns to the 35. Single wing right. Kozar hits right guard, but Little Mo dashes in to throw him for a loss of 3 yards. Larcella fades the pass, waits, throws. Fullerton races up and intercepts on the 48. Sidesteps a tackler at the 25, cuts at the 12. He's at the 5 and into the end zone for a touchdown. Decker is in for the try for extra point. There's the ball, the boot. It's good. The score, Maryland 28, Tennessee 6. Fry kicks off to Kozar on his 13. He returns to the Tennessee 39, where it's 1st and 10 for the Volunteers. Single wing right. Payne hands to Kozar, who sweeps left end for 7 yards before Filoni runs him out of bounds at the 46. Single wing right. Payne leaps and passes to Hahn, but Jimmy can't hold on to the pigskin. Kozar hands to Payne, who fades and throws, this time to Morgan, but it's just out of reach. 4th and 3. Larcella comes in. Hank's high boot carries to Maryland's 8, where Petruzzo takes it, races to the 14, is hit hard and fumbles. The ball rolls out of bounds. It's Maryland's ball, 1st and 10 on the 14. Big Mo takes a handoff up the middle for 3 yards as the third quarter ends. Score, Maryland 28, Tennessee 6. This is the 4th and final quarter. Scarbath hands off to Big Mo, and he gets 2 at center, but a penalty nullifies the game. Fullerton takes the handoff and goes through right guard for 7. Again, the Terrapins are offside, and the play called back. The ball is on the 6. Filoni is deep. He boots to the 49 where Blackstock takes it and returns to the 39. Davis and Ward make the tackle. Single wing right. Payne hands to Kozar, but Andy fails to gain as Little Mo blocks his advance. Payne fakes, hands to Morgan, who attempts a sweep of right end, but Nestor charges in and throws Ed for a loss of 9 yards. The ball is on the 47. Payne fades and throws to Davis. John leaps, but it's out of his reach. Larcella punts to the 26, where Filoni takes it, returns to the 30, and fumbles when Sekanovich makes the tackle. Hahn recovers for Tennessee on the Maryland 30. Single wing right. Larcella can't find a receiver and runs right in for 10 yards and a first down on the 20 before Maletsky throws him out of bounds. Single wing right. Kozar finds a big hole in the right side of the Maryland line and goes 11 yards for a first down on the 9. First and goal to go. Single wing right. Kozar crashes left guard for 2. Cianelli and Bob Morgan make the tackle. Single wing right. Kozar gets a good block by Hahn. Sweeps left end for 5 before Cianelli runs him out on the Maryland 2. Payne takes the pass from center, hits right tackle, and goes over for the touchdown. Tennessee score. Betcheshire tries for the extra point. Rosen holds. There's the pass from center. The boot. It's good. Maryland leads 28-13. Betcheshire kicks off to Szymanski on Maryland 17. And Shushu rambles to the 33, where it's first and 10 for the Terrapins. Big Mo takes a handoff through left guard for 5 yards. Franklin and Adkins combine on the tackle. Second and 5 in the 37. Scarbath again hands off to Big Mo, and he gets 8 at right guard. Szymanski takes a handoff up the middle, but a penalty nullifies the play. The Terps were offside. Scarbath hands off to Big Mo, who fumbles. There's a scramble for the ball. Polewski recovers for Tennessee on the 45. Tennessee's ball, first and 10. Ernsberger hands to Hahn, who gives to Retcheshire, but Burt fails to gain as Cosgrove and Little Mo come up. Larcella is back. He takes a direct pass, fades, and throws. Maletsky deflects the ball. Kinsler intercepts and returns to Maryland's 46. First and 10. Scarbath hands off to Big Mo, and he picks up 2 yards at the middle. Dick Nolan takes a handoff from Scarbath and goes through right guard for 4 yards. Big Mo bangs through right guard for 3 before Myers and Atkins stop him. Fourth down. Padoni punts out. And the ball rolls to the Tennessee 9. Bertuzzi falls on it. Single wing right. Kozar hands off to Ernsberger, who gains a yard at right tackle. But Maryland is penalized for illegal use of the hands. The ball is placed on Tennessee's 26. Ernsberger has the ball. He bucks the middle, but fails to gain as Little Mo comes up. Single wing right. Hahn spins off right guard for 2 yards before Little Mo, Maletsky, and Nestor block his pass. Larcella fades, is rushed by Nestor, but passes to Retcheshire for a gain of a yard. Larcella is deep. Hank gets off a high punt. Petruzzo takes it on Maryland's 22, fumbles, but recovers on the 27. That punt covered 49 yards. Scarbath makes the handoff to Nolan, but Dick fails to gain at right guard. Hanulak takes a pitch out from Scarbath and sweeps right end for 7 yards before Franklin runs him out of bounds. Juicy goes up the middle for 7 yards and a first down on the 37. Hanulak takes a handoff from Scarbath and gets 4 at left guard. Fisher makes the tackle. The ball is on the 41. Scarbath hands off to Nolan. who cracks right guard for 5. Shusey takes a handoff up the middle for 2 yards and a first down at midfield. DiStefano hands off to Shusey, and Carney picks up 6 yards at left tackle. DiStefano calls signal, has the ball, keeps and sneaks through the center for 4, and a first down. 3 minutes of play remain. Hanulak takes a handoff and races through left guard for 17 yards, and a first down on Tennessee's 24. Hanulak again takes and scoots inside left guard for 12 yards. Another first down. The ball is on Tennessee's 12. DiStefano fakes. Fades, leaps, passes to Lynn Davis, but it's incomplete. DiStefano calls signals, fakes, fades, runs, and is stopped at the 11 after a gain of a yard. 1 minute to play. DiStefano fades, tries to hit Hanulak in the end zone, but Hyde intercepts for Tennessee. The ball is on the 20. Payne sweeps right in for 17 yards before Stankus makes the tackle. There's the end of the game. Maryland wins the score 28-13. Fans surge onto the field as the 18th Sugar Bowl Classic comes to an end to join in the victory march of the Maryland students and band. Already the Sugar Bowlers are preparing for another great collegiate carnival for the enjoyment of the millions of football fans throughout the nation. Plan to visit New Orleans, historic city of culture and charm, the Sugar Bowl. This is Harry Wismer bidding you au revoir.